loaded.
We're at 50 seconds in, and Hakes has spotted the whole of OPX coming in at the top lane. Nothing much happening then. Wards are placed down, so good ward coverage of the red buff of Recipe for Disaster. Does mean, though, it's pretty obvious where Sejuani is going to be starting. And so junglers will be starting opposite of each other. Bot lane for Recipe for Disaster and and top side for OPX. I should mean that we don't really see the junglers interact unless either one goes for a very, very weird pathing. Yeah. Ooh, Jaina Proudmore missing the first 2 minions. No, just have to mention it because it's Jaina Proudmore.
That's just toxic.
Well, he'd do the same if he was casting near the mid lane. Just gonna point that one out. Yeah, but realistically, I think it's going to be difficult for any of the laners of Recipe for Disaster to do too much in this early game. And Scott does get the first level 2, and that is a lot of damage going onto the Echo, taken to about 30%, maybe even 25% health. And now we are going to see the Banksy just with the kitty cat going on to, that's a level 2, onto Wintersar's. The heal already used. I really don't think you needed to use that. Galungulate, though, is going to go onto the Ivan, who has to flash out. Is going to be slowed up. I think he might just be fine. Does have the shielding for himself. And now Galungulate is in a lot of trouble. The first blood does go to the Ivan. And now can Fanxi get a 1v2 here? I think he can, because Yuna is fighting in his own minions. And that is going to be 1. And I think it may actually be a second. Yeah, it's a second. Double kill. 3 for 1 for OPX. A really, really strong start.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Really well played.
Oh, Scott is, just dealing so much damage in this mid lane as well. And look at how free it is for Bishan to just get all of the jungle of Galungulate.
Look how doomed it is. I mean, no, not doomed. I mean, balanced. Like,
oh, dear.
Look at these lanes. They're so unfair.
Yeah, counter matchup in, well, definite counter matchups in 2 out of 3, and such a weird matchup that it's.
What now?
Feels
now
like
it's doomed.
Yeah.
Now it's 2-0. Oh my god. He's got Dirk. He's got cloth armor. Right.
Oh, you gotta feel sorry for Recipe for Disaster. Like, the bait and switch was just so powerful here.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Yeah, cringe. Yeah.
I
didn't want to say it because it's so overused, with particularly Scots on the team. But yeah.
This is not Scott. This is
Scott was part of it.
Lord Fanxy himself.
Oh dear. Yeah. Look how safe the bot lane of Yana and Wintersars are playing it now. They are. They can't even step up further than the edge of that. Fanxy does get hit on one of the Yordle trap snaps, but it's not really enough. Jaina Proudmore is in a bit of a position here. He's fine. He gets out. The corrupting potion ticking on both mid laners. And when you're winning trades, despite having knocked backed, and you're, 20? Nearly, it's 12 CS up at the moment? A lane gank from Bishan potentially here. The wave is pushing pretty hard. Yana and Wintersars know they cannot play aggressive, so I think Bishan will probably be waiting here a while. Oh, Fanxy's going in though. Fanxy's going very deep, and Yana's going to be dead. There is no escape from that. They may even go on Wintersars. They do. He gets taken down as well. Kill is donated up to Bishan.
It's so easy for them to facilitate Banksy. They can put bushes there. Oh. And Sejuani combos with him as well. They proc. Oh my god! Yeah. What have they created here?
I did mention the fact, before draft, I like Sejuani and Rengar can so easily proc her passive. And yeah, that's kind of disgusting. It's also just how safe Rengar can be when he's got a tank frontlining for him and one of the best supportive characters in the game as well. Like, Banksy can go so aggressive because he essentially has 2 supports.
This man's gonna terrorize Jonathan the villain. Dude, he's gonna wake up at night with nightmares after this game. I'm telling you now.
It's a cold sweat. Yeah.
Old
definitely.
sweats.
I mean,
Shivers.
I'm just saying, but it's 6.5 minutes in, and it's already what, 2.5k gold? Yeah. Yeah, the level advantage as well. Banksy's nearly is going to be creeping up to that level 6. I feel pretty soon. Yeah. What can Hakes do in the top lane as well?
Well, the thing is, right, is there's potential for Vayne to get greedy and try and punish. Like, he waste his E, and then you get him
Which
again.
might be happening here. Feb is going to be getting ganked by the Echo.
They really need to kill him, because otherwise they're going to give up a massive wave.
Yeah. It's not enough. The flash. Yeah,
and then the Garen just lost a big wave, and it's kind of not really worth.
And so does the Echo as well. Like, the Echo's already, well, all lanes are behind in CS. Most notably though, that mid lane, it's 20 CS already now, and it's going to be even more as the Echo is backed. Well, early Ocean Dragon. It's quite nice as well, particularly for someone like LeBlanc, who chugs 3 mana. So it's all looking pretty positive for OPX. Why?
LeBlanc.
Why?
Careful.
Just don't. At this point, as a volley bear, you just don't even bother ganking a LeBlanc. Like, unless it's handed to you on a plate, you are never catching a champ that has, some of the most insane mobility in the game.
Oh, look at this freeze.
Yeah, this is just brutal for Yana and Wintersars.
Denying the wave. Oh, and he's emoting.
Oh.
Man was born in hell.
It must not be very fun. Ooh, a big trade in the mid lane, definitely in the favor of Jaina Proudmoore at the moment. Galungley is waiting in the wings, but it's not going to be enough. And now Jaina Proudmoore, he does just manage to miss actually the W. And now the Echo. Where did the volley bear go? Where did the volley bear go? Where did Galungley go? This one was so free. Jaina is in a bit of trouble.
He heard you. He said never gank. Oh, please stop. He's doing it.
He did it. He ganked a LeBlanc.
He fucked him up. He fucked him up.
Now Bishan is going to come through. Wintersars is so very dead.
No.
And they could probably go for Yana here.
Don't overforce.
Yeah, I think
they don't have. They die a lot quicker than you think.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't have Ivan. Sorry, my bad. I thought, if they had Ivan, if they had the level 6 of Ivan, they had Daisy, that would have been a very easy under turret. Oh, the flash engage from Hikes. Feb is in a bit of trouble here for sure now.
I think he might be dead.
Yeah, there's no real way to get out of this one. He's going to try and waste as much time. The ult, the Demacian Justice, puts him out of his misery there. I mean, that's something, at the very least, for Recipe for Disaster.
Now, at this point, I think Volibear's best bet is to just camp the living daylight out of Vayne.
Yeah.
Like, camp him.
Yeah.
And then maybe the Garen can shut down the Rengar, because that's kind of like possible, I suppose.
I do agree with you. If this Garen, gets tanky enough with enough damage, then yeah, suddenly that might be a little bit scary for OPX. But talking about scary, Galungley is in a bit of trouble here. Hikes obviously doesn't have the Demacian Justice, but it's enough to deter.
Oh, the steal!
Bishan steals!
Bishan. And he's turning.
look at the damage as well. Jaina Proudmore, well, Feb picks up that one. He does, I think, get it
One for
as
one,
well.
one
He
for one.
gets it. It's a 1-for-1. Fancy going so deep. A big root from Wintersars, though, gets the shutdown. The bubble is massive. And Daisy might just do enough damage, though. Will she go down? Not quite.
No.
Daisy just not enough damage. Now, after all of that, the Herald did get taken by the Sejuani. That is a bit of
That
madness.
was a
there from
lovely
both
little
teams.
steal.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
boy.
that Herald, because that could have really snowballed top lane potentially. You know, even more gold for that Garen. Not the case though. The jungler Bishan is going to go for that
Goodbye,
dragon.
my friend.
Yeah, that's
Oh no.
yeah. I didn't even want to commentate on that because that was just disgusting. Like, it's just one of those things that like it's just dragon taken as well. Second dragon at 12 minutes.
Okay.
And Wintersar's going to get caught up as well. Gets absolutely mullered by that combo of Ivan Sejuani, LeBlanc. That's another one. Galungale, what are you doing? You're into 3.
What do you mean? What is he doing? He's getting his blue buff.
He gets the blue buff. He
He's
does get
getting
the
his
blue buff.
buff.
But I think he might
And
just
he's
be
baiting him
donating it
now.
over.
No.
Sejuani is really low. He does get out.
Big eyes, yeah.
Both junglers do get no.
No.
Caitlyn ult is enough.
Could be 2 here. Could be 2. In fact,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Like that was amazing. He knew his team was coming back. Timed it
play.
effectively.
I take everything back about that. Galungale knew exactly what he was doing, and proved utterly perfect there. What a trade! What a man! Perfection. Pike's gonna look for Feb, but he's just gonna get eat out surely, taking a lot of damage in return as well. Yeah. Now Jaina Brownwell's struggling a bit here because he doesn't have a huge amount of wave clear to deal with the amount of damage put on this turret mid lane. 2 platings taken there for Recipe for Disaster. The gold lead is starting to minimize a little bit. It looked to be insurmountable, but it's now not actually too bad. It's only, kind of 2k, 2.5k. Galungale looking onto the Ivan. Nothing much will happen. And the Rift Herald has been summoned in this mid lane. Not really sure why, but it looks to be okay actually. It'll get at least 1 charge. Yeah, it'll get the charge. Not the best usage of Rift Herald, but it's enough to get it down before plates went down.
Yeah, I mean it was better to use it before plates.
Yeah.
Right?
And wait, Fancy inting. Yana
Bit
just
off more than he could chew.
Hits him with the question mark as well.
Oh shit!
Oh, this
Oh
mid lane.
shit.
There's a lot happening. Wintersars could be in a lot of trouble here.
Wait, let's hype this game up now.
Yeah, I know.
Question mark this one.
Question mark pings.
Oh,
Joe might be in trouble as well. Yana, I feel like I'll pay for that question mark. You may. Oh dear.
He kind of like, yeah. Wish he just left it with the question mark, to be honest.
Yeah. Ooh, a big fight mid lane, but nothing actually really comes of it. And yeah, only 2k gold lean now. What was at one point I think up to like 3.5, nearly 4k. But this Vayne is starting to get very close to that first turret. In fact,
pretty low as well though.
Yeah, and so is bot. All of Recipe for Disaster's outer turrets in a little bit of danger. A little bit of danger at the moment.
Oh.
Pike's not quite quick enough to stop the back of Feb.
They're going to look to take this bot tower really quick.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a Rengar. He can absolutely smash through it.
I think LeBlanc's going to dive, whoever comes.
Yep, and first turret goes down. There is a lot of vision though. So.
Yeah, they didn't force. Which is probably a smart thing to do.
Yeah. Just seen Wibbly in the Twitch chat. Sit Fancy, the better master player wins. Yeah, there's a bit of spice right now injected into this game. It's good. It's good.
Wibbly.
Wibbly deem.
Wibbly deem.
Yeah. Oh. But look at the CS difference. 136 to 86 in that bot lane. In fact, it's a CS difference kind of all over the board. And Echo might be in some trouble here as well. Joe is going to try. But it's an Echo. He's out safely enough. Fanxi is going to go for it, though. He's under turret.
Oi, he didn't
Forces the ult. Forces the chrono break. And yeah, that was quite a clever decision. He knew he wasn't going to get the kill, but he knew that it would have to force the Echo ult. That was pretty good. The root lands on Wintersars, but it's it's just a root, just knowing I'm there sort of thing. Oh, this could be top turret going down. There we go. It doesn't quite go down though. It's still a decent amount left open. And Galungulate might be in some trouble. Lord Fanxi is going to take one, I think. Bishan gets the kill. Jenna Pramwell, the clone, the passive is up. And now that there's no jungler on the side of Recipe for Disaster, it is going to be another dragon. 3 dragons at 17 minutes. It's also obviously an Infernal Soul if they get this next dragon in 5 minutes' time. 5 minutes, 22-minute soul is relatively quick. Ooh. So, how are we feeling about Recipe for Disaster's chances as this game goes on? Echo going for the dive, it's not quite enough though, even with the Proto Belt.
It looks like it could be hard, but at the same time, not impossible. Lethality Caitlyn is scaling. He kind of he's not died as many times as I thought he was gonna die. Oh, but it's definitely not completely lost.
Yeah,
but it will be tough.
Though, being donated over to Fanxi.
They have too much of like heal for ways to facilitate.
Oh, Jaina Bramwell might be in a bit of trouble here. Like taking a huge amount of damage in that trade there. Oh. Yeah, this Echo, is looking a little bit scary. Definitely the one to look out for at the moment. In Recipe for Disaster's side. Oh. Yeah. I'm not really sure where the next piece of action is going to happen. It's still a minute till Baron. The
right here
is plonked mid. There we go. Yep. Fair enough. It's just going to be plonked. And this is actually all 5 members of Recipe for Disaster are around this Rift Herald. They were looking to see if OPX were going to go for a dive, try and force anything. Clever from both sides, I think, to not force anything too far. Yeah.
Lane's moving down now, so they might force now.
I have to say, Yana has suddenly clawed back a huge amount of that CS deficit that he was in. I think got about 40 CS in the time it took Fanxi to get about 20 there. Obviously, Fanxi was looking more for, roams and potential kills. But just something to mention out. And Baron being set up very, very early. It's going to be started up at 20 minutes exactly. And because they have so much damage, they have the Vayne, they have the Rengar, they have the Ivan and Sejuani to support. It's just going to be taken. R4D do not even know this is being taken. This will be a shock to them. It's going to be taken 20 seconds after spawn.
Very smart.
20 seconds after spawn, and Wintersars is going to go down as well. The damage from LeBlanc is brutal there. Really, really smart decision, yeah.
I think they're going to siege mid.
Yeah.
Should dive anybody that defends this tower, really. Now they see 2 on the side lanes. They're going They can hard dive. Yeah, that's what
Fanxy is,
I'm gonna...
yeah, Fanxy's going for it.
Oh, they just take the tower.
Just using the ult more as a deterrent, more than anything.
No.
Yeah, they're in such a dominant position at the moment, OPXR. They have this wave, they have another wave.
This is the best time
through.
for them to fight, though, both teams.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go. Chain of Prowler is just disgustingly good on that LeBlanc at the moment. The Nami ult might be big.
Okay.
Higgs does slay Fanxy with that Demacian Justice, the tidal wave knocking him up so he couldn't get out. Good use of that tidal wave and the flash engage by the Garen. I don't think anything else, you want to force anything else though. Yeah, exactly for that reason. You're still against a very, very fed Jaina Proudmore. So I'd be happy for both teams to probably back here. Everyone's got what they wanted. Back out, spend the gold from Baron. Yeah, a lot of gold was unspent. That was a 2.5k just spent from the Blanc there. So a good back in all. Yeah, 22 minutes in and what, just over 7k gold lead for OPX. Most of that obviously being centered around the mid and the Rengar. Where do you want to see OPX focus on next? Where is the next area that they should be looking to control? Apart from obviously the dragon.
The outer turret on top and bottom, so they can get free gold.
Yeah, and this is Galungulate was slain up there. The rest of his team were nowhere to be found.
Not trying to be mean, but he's got caught quite a few times, very needlessly, without any of his teammates.
And I'm surprised that Recipe for Disaster just completely gave up Infernal Soul, considering how strong it is. Like, if you're gonna send your jungler, you need to send someone else. You can't just hope for the over-the-wall steal. It just won't happen. And
that's that.
Yeah.
Echo into LeBlanc combo you're talking about.
Yeah, it gets worse and worse as the game goes on. And yeah, one inhib turret taken. Inhib will shortly follow. The LeBlanc is pushing the inner turret as well.
Baron's expired.
But yeah, so they won't have the insane push. But if you look, Scott is pushing up the bot lane as well. So they will have the bot lane minions coming through and putting some pressure now. A big engage from Galungulate. The tidal wave also comes through, but it's not really done much, to be honest. And now Fanxy is on the side. It's a 5v5, and you definitely think at the moment OPX want this a lot more. And they're just going to wait for this bot lane to get pushed in again so they can take another turret and another inhib. Might have to be a bit careful here. All of Recipe for Disaster obviously have backed. They are essentially all full health.
Bonnie has no R.
D-Hero going in, does get a big glacial prison. Fanxy lands, gets one kill. The Demacian Justice does get one, but this is just going to be, this is just going to be a clean-up. That's the game. Feb gets one. Yana gets taken down as well. It's an ace. 4 for 1. It's GG.
Wow.
Just want to say, all games have finished within a minute and a half of each other. 24 minutes 40, 25 minutes 30, and 26 minutes.
There you go.
There we go.
Some fast games today.
Yeah, no 50-minute epics.
That team is